Okay, welcome back to class. Hope you had a good vacation weekend. And so we're going to move on and we're going to just summarize what we've already done on blood. And then we're going to talk about blood types and blood transfusions in this video. So here we go. So summary of what we've done so far. Red blood cells, as you know, are called erythrocytes. They are the most abundant cells in our blood. Cells in our blood, not plasma, cells in our blood. And they are produced in the bone marrow, that is inside your bones, in particular the big bones. And they contain a protein called hemoglobin that carries oxygen around our body to all our cells. And it also transports waste products, mostly carbon dioxide, out of our cells back to the lungs to be breathed out. White blood cells, as you know, leukocytes. They are part of the immune system, which we will look at later. The immune system is what fights infections. They destroy pathogens. Plasma is the yellowish liquid. It contains electrolytes, in other words, things like sodium, potassium, calcium, stuff like that, nutrients that have been dissolved, vitamins, hormones we will talk about later, clotting factors we looked at a little bit in hemostasis, and proteins such as antibodies. These are the things that identify infection and fight it. And platelets, thrombocytes. The clotting stuff that we looked at in hemostasis that prevent you from bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and lead to a process called coagulation. So what makes up our blood? As we said, red blood cells, the most abundant, carries oxygen. White blood cells destroy infections. Plasma carries nutrients. Platelets prevent blood loss. Blood facts. The average adult has about 5 litres of blood, which makes up about 8% of our body weight. Blood is a living tissue that carries the oxygen and nutrients to all parts of the body and carries carbon dioxide and other waste products back to the lungs, to the kidneys, the liver, for disposal, to get rid of. It also fights infections and heals wounds. So it is integral. It is very, very important in both hemostasis and homeostasis. There are about 1 billion red blood cells in 2 to 3 drops of blood. For every 600 red blood cells, there are about 40 platelets and 1 white blood cell. So you can see there are many more red blood cells than there are anything else.